Hey guys, it's Alex C with TFP TV, and for today's field strip, we're going to take a look at a Heckler & Koch P7 PSP. The P7 PSP is the first model of the famous H&K P7 squeeze cocking series of handguns, and to many these just look bizarre, and in many ways they are actually. They aren't a locked breech, which is strange for a 9mm handgun. They were also very expensive when they were introduced. HK had to actually release an ad explaining why the P7 was so expensive, as seen here. You can look at that on Google if you want to, but some people may not like these from an aesthetic standpoint, but I've always thought that they kind of are charming in their ugliness, but I digress. So anyways, let's first check the chamber. We're going to draw the slide to the rear, make sure there's not a round in there, remove the magazine. And then to get to the field stripping process, you're going to want to squeeze the squeeze cocker and return it to battery. Now there's a button located towards the rear of the gun, and you're going to press this button while pulling the slide rearwards, up, and forward. Now here you can see that piston there. The piston actually delays the opening of the breech. Basically, there's an area of the firearm that's tapped where gases work against this piston to delay that, which is kind of interesting, kind of cool. Really, that's all you have to do to field strip in H&K P7. They're very simple handguns from a maintenance standpoint. They're complex in the squeeze cocking mechanism and all that. I can show you that in a future review video if that's something you'd like to see, but this gun rides everywhere with me. It's my carry gun. It's always usually either on me or in my briefcase, so it's never more than 10 yards away from me or so. As an optional step, you can also remove the striker assembly with a little tool that's included. As seen here, this is an aftermarket one because it's a little nicer, but pull the squeeze cocker just a little bit, press it into the recesses, rotate clockwise, and it comes right out of there. Now there were many variants of the P7. Perhaps the most iconic and most desired would be the P7 M13. The M13 was an improved version. You'll notice it's got a magazine release in a more traditional place as opposed to a heel release. And it's also got a 13-round magazine. So you've increased your amount of rounds you can carry in the gun. Also, you can remove the striker assembly without a tool. You just press that and rotate and it pops right out of there. But the P7 M13 was actually entered into the trials to potentially be America's service handgun, along with the M9 and SIG's offering and so on and so forth, but it wasn't to be. It was a very expensive handgun, and I guess the military trials favored the M9's cost and other factors as well. But I hope you enjoyed this brief breakdown of what I would consider my personal favorite handgun. They're just phenomenal. They shoot very well. They're incredibly accurate, and I really do plan on doing a full review soon. Big thanks to Ventura Munitions providing ammunition for our shooting videos. Thanks for watching.